top stories. St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party supporters take to the streets for Labour Day parade. People's Action Movement hosts May Day events, and one hospitalized after traffic accident at camps. The details to these stories and more after the break.
Frozen fruits and vegetables get a bad rap. Because they are frozen doesn't mean they are not nutritious. Many frozen fruits and vegetables actually retain more nutrients than when they are eaten fresh. Using frozen fruits and vegetables is about convenience. Best of all, they last longer and they cost less. Look for the Island Garden brand at your favorite supermarket or call 662-0909 to place an order today. At Island Garden, we assure you that our products are locally grown and nutritiously sealed.
Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. Hundreds of persons decked out in red took to the streets on Monday for the Labor Day March. More in this report.
Labor Day is observed annually to recognize the contribution of workers, and each year the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party hosts a march on that day to demonstrate its close relationship with the trades and labour union and its support of workers. The procession travelled along Keon Street and wound its way through downtown Basse-Terre. The march ended with a rally at the Patsy Allers Playfield where various officials addressed the gathering. Among them was Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, who spoke about the importance of standing up for workers' rights and recognizing those who began this fight years ago.
We march today to show solidarity with past and present workers at home, in our region, and throughout the world. Let us always pause for a moment to remember our ancestors and elders, they who shed blood, sweat, and tears yesterday so we may be better off today. We will never forget them. The labor movement will pay homage to them year after year. And we who are grateful must keep the faith by standing up for workers' rights every day and by marching on Labor Day as we are doing today.
The Labor Day March is part of a series of activities organised by the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party to celebrate Labor Day. Upcoming events include the party conference on May 21 and the Requiem Mass on May 28. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
Meanwhile, the People's Action Movement held several activities on Monday as part of its traditional annual May Day events. The day began with the annual May Day breakfast and lunch at PAM headquarters. The events included entertainment for the children and conversations with PAM candidates. The activities wrap up with live entertainment from Collision Band. In other news, the police are investigating an accident on Saturday in Camps that left a motorcyclist hospitalized with severe injuries. According to the police, the incident occurred along the Island Main Road near Ram's Supermarket at Camps at noon on Saturday. It involved a motorcycle PB1952 ridden by Shamar Stevens of Sandy Point, a taxi bus driven by Carlton DuPont, and motor jeep PB3848 driven by Laney Hutchinson. The police say the motorcycle was traveling along the Island Main Road from west to east and the taxi bus was traveling in the opposite direction. When he got in the vicinity of Ram's Supermarket at Camps, the driver of the taxi bus made a sudden right turn into the path of the motorcycle, causing it to collide with the taxi. Stevens fell to the ground, but the motorcycle slid and collided with Jeep P3848. Stevens suffered a compound fracture to his leg and was taken to the hospital. He has had surgery and is scheduled for another operation. He's in stable condition but is unable to speak due to a wound to his mouth. The police say no charges have been laid as yet, but investigations are ongoing. After the break, plans moving ahead for the merger of 2 primary schools, and Skelec says scheduled power outages planned for this week. Stay with us.
Here are your Hustlers Value Mart IGA special.
Running April 20th to May 3rd.
Now your Value Club Blue Tax specials. Nature Valley granola bars just $13.49. Ham cooking sprays $13.49. Chef Warrior decanned pastas and micro pastas just $5.99. Essential and everyday canned fruits $8.99. Banquet ground and served breakfast sausages $8.99. IGA and essential everyday cereals just $9.99. And now our very low weekly
Value deals. Kind cereal bars $6.99. Post honey bunches of oats and pebble cereals family size $16.99. Hammer toothpaste $12.99. IGA and essential everyday frozen vegetables $5.99. Old Orchard apple juice $8.99. Orville red and Boca popcorn $9.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
It's a sore throat. I'll write a prescription and see the nurse regarding the MMR vaccine.
I heard on social media that the COVID-19 vaccine came in a container with the MMR label on it.
Measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is in the vial, no other.
True?
We can't betray our parents' trust. St. Kitts and Nevis has always had an impressive immunization history.
But these diseases aren't around now.
Yes, our borders are open to all kinds of diseases that negatively affect our children and elders.
I never thought about that.
Today, you have a choice whether you get vaccinated. So, you want to continue?
Yes, doctor.
I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 vaccine for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. Plans are moving ahead to merge the Estridge Primary School and the Edgar T. Morris Primary School in September. In a recent interview with the Education Media Unit, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Lisa Pestana, said the reason for the merger was due to the small population of both schools.
We have been watching these schools over a period of years, and we realize that their population size has not increased. For example, the Estridge Primary School has a total population of 26 students. Now that is a class in other schools. So we felt that it is in the best interest for the students of both schools, whether academically or socially in terms of their development, to become one school.
Mrs. Pestana said the Estridge Primary students will be moving to Edgar T. Morris Primary. She said the school's name will remain the same, but there will be some other changes, including the school uniform.
We have had a uniform competition so that persons within our community can put in their ideas for what the new uniform will look like. It's a new boys uniform, a new girls uniform, and also the new physical education uniform. We also need to change the motto and the crest. So the students of both schools have been the ones who have been encouraged to actually participate in that competition. So it's only for the students, right? And then the school song, which is opened up to the general public.
Mrs. Pestana said after the merger, the new larger classrooms would be beneficial to the students, not only academically, but on a social level as well.
How do you learn to present yourself within society if you don't get to practice? And school is about practicing. That's a part of it. So you get to engage with other students, you get to, work as a team, you get to resolve issues, you get to work on projects together, you're able to bounce ideas off of each other. And that is the kind of culture and community that we want our students to have access to. With very, very small class sizes, you don't get a true picture of what it's like to be in school and to have that level of camaraderie, and that sort of social relationship with others.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Lisa Pestana. The St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, or SCELEC, has announced scheduled power outages for the remainder of this week. According to a release, the scheduled outages are necessary to perform maintenance as part of ongoing efforts to improve reliability. All outages will run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for specific areas on each day. On Tuesday, the areas affected will be Diep Bay Village and Diep Bay Primary School Road. On Wednesday, Parsons Estate Yard and Parsons Water Pump will be affected. On Thursday, the areas affected will be Imperial Bay Resort, Barracuda Terrace, Parrotfish Lane, Marlin Lane, Wahoo Terrace, Oyster Lane, Saltfish Crescent, Half Moon Drive, Fairway Rise, and Old Bay Way. And on Friday, Shadwell Gardens Development and Shadwell will be the areas affected. SCELEC is asking customers to note that the electricity supply may be interrupted later and restored earlier than the scheduled times. Persons who remain without power after the scheduled outages are asked to call 465-2013 or 600 from a mobile phone to report the outage. Coming up in regional news, farmers tackling sargassum crisis in Martinique. The details when we return.
It's a sore throat. I'll write a prescription and see the nurse regarding the MMR vaccine.
I heard on social media that the COVID-19 vaccine came in a container with the MMR label on it.
Measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is in the vial, no other.
True?
We can't betray our parents' trust. St. Kitts and Nevis has always had an impressive immunization history.
But these diseases aren't around now.
Yes, our borders are open to all kinds of diseases that negatively affect our children and elders.
I never thought about that.
Today, you have a choice whether you get vaccinated. So, you want to continue?
Yes, doctor. I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 vaccine for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.